Recognizing the early signs of declining health in seniors. Many people believe that death in old age happens suddenly, but the reality is quite different. In most cases, the body starts sending signals months, sometimes even a year before life reaches its final stage. Unfortunately, these signs are often overlooked because they appear subtle and are mistaken for the normal aging process. However, recognizing them early can give families the chance to prepare, both emotionally and practically, to ensure their loved ones receive the best possible care and support in their final months. Some of these signs may include unexplained weight loss, extreme fatigue, withdrawal from social activities, increased confusion, or frequent infections. These changes might not seem alarming at first, but they often indicate that the body is beginning to slow down significantly. For instance, a gradual decline in appetite isn't just a small change in eating habits. It could be a sign that the digestive system is functioning less efficiently. Similarly, a decrease in physical activity and mobility can point to weakening muscles and declining organ function. By paying close attention to these early warning signs, families can make informed decisions about healthcare, hospice care, and quality of life improvements. Rather than waiting until a crisis occurs, proactive planning allows loved ones to ensure a senior's final stage of life is filled with comfort, dignity, and meaningful moments. Understanding these early signs isn't about fearing death, it's about preparing for it with love and wisdom. Taking action now can prevent unnecessary stress and regret, allowing families to cherish every remaining moment with the ones they love. Recognizing the 5 key signs of declining health in seniors. Understanding the final transition. Aging is a natural process, but when a loved one begins to show significant health changes, it can be a sign that their body is entering its final stage. While many people believe that death happens suddenly, in reality, the body often gives quiet warnings months or even a year in advance. These signs can be subtle at first, making them easy to overlook. However, recognizing them early can give families the opportunity to provide better care, prepare emotionally, and ensure that their loved ones' final days are filled with dignity, comfort, and peace. Here are 5 key indicators that often appear as a person approaches the end of life. 1. Significant and unintentional weight loss. One of the earliest and most noticeable signs of serious health decline is unexplained weight loss. While some weight loss is normal with aging, losing a significant amount without trying is often a red flag. Many families assume this is just part of getting older, but in reality it usually signals that the body is no longer absorbing nutrients efficiently. Why does weight loss happen? There are several reasons why seniors may begin losing weight in their final year. Decreased nutrient absorption. The digestive system may no longer function effectively, making it harder for the body to break down and absorb essential nutrients. Loss of muscle mass. Muscle wasting occurs when the body starts breaking down its own tissues for energy, leading to weakness and frailty. Underlying medical conditions. Weight loss can be an early symptom of conditions like cancer, heart failure, kidney disease, or chronic infections. Reduced appetite. As the body prepares for its final transition, the brain stops signaling hunger as frequently. Many seniors lose interest in food, eat smaller portions, or skip meals altogether. How does weight loss impact overall health? Losing too much weight can weaken the immune system, making a person more vulnerable to infections. It can also increase the risk of falls, fractures, and a decline in mobility. If a loved one is experiencing unexplained weight loss, it's important to focus on providing nutrient-dense foods, easy-to-eat meals, and hydration rather than forcing large portions, which may cause discomfort. 2. Extreme fatigue and weakness. A noticeable decrease in energy levels is another key sign that the body is beginning to slow down. This is not just the occasional tiredness after a long day, but a deep, persistent fatigue that does not improve with rest. Why does this happen? As the body prepares for its final phase, it starts prioritizing essential functions. Energy is redirected away from activities like walking, eating, and engaging in conversations, and instead is conserved for basic survival needs. Decreased heart and lung function. As circulation weakens, less oxygen reaches the muscles and organs, leading to exhaustion. Slower metabolism. The body produces less energy, making even simple activities like standing or dressing feel overwhelming. Emotional impact. Many seniors feel frustrated or embarrassed by their lack of energy, leading to withdrawal from conversations and social interactions. How to support a loved one with extreme fatigue. Families may feel the urge to encourage their loved one to stay active, but it's important to understand that pushing too hard can cause distress. Instead, allow them to rest when needed and focus on creating a calm, comfortable environment where they feel at ease. 3. Cognitive decline or emotional withdrawal. Cognitive changes often appear as a person nears the end of life. This may start subtly, with occasional forgetfulness, difficulty following conversations, or moments of confusion. Over time, these changes may become more pronounced, leading to significant memory loss and a withdrawal from social interactions. Why does cognitive decline happen? The brain, like any other organ, requires a steady supply of oxygen and nutrients. As circulation weakens, brain function is affected, leading to forgetfulness or disorientation. Seniors may forget names, places, or the date, even if they previously had no memory issues. Reduced communication. Conversations become tiring, and many individuals withdraw into their own thoughts rather than engage with others. Emotional changes. Some seniors may become more irritable, anxious, or detached from their surroundings. Others may appear unusually calm, as if they have accepted the transition. How to provide comfort during this stage. Rather than trying to force conversations or correct their memory lapses, it's best to meet them where they are. Speak gently, offer reassurance, and focus on creating familiar surroundings that feel safe and peaceful. Even if they do not always respond, they can still feel the presence of love and care. 4. Frequent infections and slow healing. As the immune system weakens, seniors become more susceptible to infections. They may start experiencing frequent colds, urinary tract infections, pneumonia, or even skin infections that take longer to heal. Why does this happen? Weakened immune response. The body is no longer able to fight off bacteria and viruses as effectively. Poor circulation. Reduced blood flow means that oxygen and nutrients do not reach tissues as efficiently, slowing the healing process. Chronic illnesses, conditions like diabetes or heart disease, further impair the immune system, making recovery even more difficult. Recognizing the signs of infections. Unlike younger individuals, seniors may not always show obvious symptoms of an infection. Instead of a high fever, they might simply appear more tired, confused, or uninterested in eating. In many cases, a sudden decline in mental alertness can be the first sign of an underlying illness. How to provide care. Rather than focusing on aggressive treatments which may cause discomfort, the priority should be on keeping them hydrated, managing pain, and maintaining a clean, comfortable environment. In some cases, hospice care can provide specialized support focused on comfort rather than curative treatments. 5. Major changes in breathing or circulation. As the body moves into its final stage, changes in breathing patterns and circulation become more apparent. A loved one may begin breathing more slowly, pausing between breaths, or experiencing shallow, irregular breaths. Signs of respiratory changes. Cheyne-Stokes breathing. A pattern of deep, rapid breaths followed by long pauses. Shortness of breath. Even small movements may cause them to feel winded. Fluid buildup in the lungs. This can cause coughing, gurgling sounds, or chest tightness. Signs of circulatory changes. Cold hands and feet. Blood circulation is prioritized for vital organs, reducing warmth in the extremities. Pale or bluish skin. This occurs as oxygen levels drop and blood flow weakens. Swelling in the legs or feet. Fluid retention due to a weakened heart. How to provide comfort. At this stage, treatment is often focused on easing discomfort. Using extra pillows to support breathing, keeping the room cool, and offering sips of water can help improve their comfort. Oxygen therapy or medications may also be used to relieve symptoms. Final thoughts. Cherishing every moment. Recognizing these 5 key signs isn't about fearing death. It's about understanding and preparing for it. When families are aware of these changes, they can make informed decisions about care, ensuring that their loved one's final stage of life is peaceful and dignified. Rather than focusing on prolonging life at all costs, this is a time to create meaningful moments. Whether it's sitting quietly together, sharing a story, or simply holding their hand, these small gestures mean everything. Love, presence, and understanding are the most valuable gifts you can offer during this time. By recognizing these signs early, families can shift their focus from fear to compassion, ensuring that their loved ones are surrounded by warmth, care, and peace in their final days. How families can support and prepare for a loved one's final stage. When a senior loved one begins showing signs of serious health decline, the focus should shift from seeking aggressive treatments to prioritizing comfort, dignity, and emotional support. Accepting that life is nearing its final stage is difficult, but understanding how to provide meaningful care can make this transition smoother for both the individual and their family. One of the most important steps is focusing on quality of life rather than trying to reverse the inevitable. When signs like extreme fatigue, significant weight loss, or cognitive decline appear, medical interventions may no longer be effective in prolonging life in a meaningful way. Instead of exhausting both the patient and their caregivers with hospital visits and procedures, it's more beneficial to create a comfortable, peaceful environment where they feel at ease. This could mean adjusting their living space for greater comfort, providing soft foods that they enjoy, or ensuring they are surrounded by familiar objects and sounds. Equally essential is the power of presence and connection. Even if a loved one becomes less responsive, hearing familiar voices, feeling the warmth of a hand, or simply sensing that they are not alone can bring immense comfort. Family members should not underestimate the impact of sitting quietly together, reading aloud, or playing music that brings back cherished memories. Finally, mental and emotional preparation is key. Recognizing that these changes are a natural part of aging allows families to approach this phase with compassion rather than fear. Instead of focusing on loss, they can embrace the opportunity to make every remaining moment meaningful, saying words of gratitude, recalling joyful times, and assuring them of love and appreciation can provide peace in their final days. Ultimately, the best way to support a loved one in their last stage of life is not by trying to extend time, but by making the time they have left as peaceful, dignified, and full of love as possible. The final message: recognizing the signs is about preparation, not fear. Understanding the signs of a loved one's final stage in life is not about fear, it's about preparation. It's about ensuring that the time they have left is filled with love, comfort, and dignity. Too often, families miss the opportunity to say what truly matters because they assume there's more time. But by recognizing the subtle signals of decline, we can shift our focus from trying to fight the inevitable to making every moment count. Rather than viewing these changes with dread, families should see them as a call to be present, to hold hands, to share stories, to sit in quiet companionship. These final months, weeks, or days are a chance to express gratitude, mend relationships, and bring comfort to someone who has given so much throughout their life. A simple "I love you," a shared memory, or even just being there can make all the difference. It's also about ensuring that their departure is peaceful and dignified. Nobody wants to leave this world in discomfort or isolation. Small acts of care, playing their favorite music, making sure they are surrounded by familiar things, speaking to them softly even if they cannot respond, help create an environment of warmth and security. Death is a natural part of life, but how we handle it makes all the difference. By recognizing the signs early, we are given a chance to make the final journey one of love, not fear. In the end, what matters most is that our loved ones feel valued, comforted, and deeply cherished until their very last breath. Embracing the time we have left. Life's later years are not just about counting days, they are about making the days count. As we age, it's natural to see changes in our health, energy, and abilities. But instead of fearing these changes, we can choose to embrace them with wisdom and intention. One of the greatest lessons in aging is understanding that true fulfillment doesn't come from how much time we have, but how we use it. Every day is an opportunity to cherish our relationships, to express gratitude, and to find joy in simple moments. Whether it's sharing a conversation with a loved one, enjoying a quiet walk in nature, or simply appreciating the warmth of the sun, these small moments create a life well lived. At the same time, recognizing the signs of decline in ourselves or our loved ones is not about fear, but about preparation. It allows us to prioritize comfort, dignity, and meaningful connections in the time that remains. Instead of focusing on what we can no longer do, we should focus on what still brings us purpose and happiness. Aging is not the end of joy. It's a shift in how we experience it. When we live with intention and love, every moment becomes a gift.